recording. Super. Yes. Yes. So there are two types of exams: easy exams and difficult exams. Difficult exams, I give you the answer at the end. Easy exam, I know you didn't you need to listen again to the video. So I don't want you to pause this until you listen the video. Otherwise, guys will take the exam first time and then know the answers, take it again. So if the answer is in the recording, I don't put the answer. Okay. So if the answer is in the lecture, so or this question already on the recording, I don't give the answer. Just I'll push you back to listen to the recording. The question, there are some difficult questions. I know this, and that's why I put them far away. I put them with the answers. Even sometimes I put explanations because I know they are a little bit tricky questions. Excellent. Yes. Agile, I know Agile. Anyway, so Agile, because it has a lot of tools. PMP now has three books, not one as before. So three books make it like a lot of topics to cover, and that's why we even expanded the number of hours and days. But tomorrow or next session, we will go also again on Agile. So I will cover extra few things, so don't worry about that. By next session, we will be able to cover everything. Oh, maybe you have to have two answers, not one. Yes, sometimes you need to pick two answers, not one. So I think this is the reason. Okay. So today's topic is quite interesting. It's about teamwork management and leadership. Teamwork and leadership are quite important for Agile, very important for the PMP exam. PMP exam around, do we have to take any quiz? Yes, Safa, yes, definitely. Because this is how we assess your progression on the module. Because for apprenticeship, we need to have evidence that you are taking part of the course. Attendance is good, but also you need to answer the quizzes. Yeah, okay. Excellent. So, teamwork today, teamwork in agile project management. So, we know agile project management is about flexibility. I don't know, and that is why I'm walking slowly as much as I can. I try to see by any mechanism, by any tool, and I need to be quick in terms of giving something to the client, listen back, giving something to the client, listen back, giving something to the client, giving back. So this is the mentality of being agile. So I'm not going to do everything and after that hand it to the client as waterfall. No, it's another way around here. So let's go to see what's going on teamwork. Teamwork is about team composition, how the agile team shall look like, the leadership, how can we manage agile team dynamics in terms of how the team is developing over the time, And the last one is team management conflict. How we manage conflict in the team. So let me ask you a question before we start. These type of projects, you are dealing with the unknown, uncertainty. Okay, you are dealing with the unknown, with the uncertainty. Do you think your team will be from normal people or superstar guys? Yeah, superstar. Yes, should be superstar. Why? Because nobody knows. And because we don't know, I cannot give clear instructions to my team because nobody knows. I don't know anything, and to give clear instructions to my team does not make any sense. Usually, if you have, let's say, juniors, they need to receive clear instructions and they expect some types of certainty in the way of working. But when you manage a complex issue like an agile, in this case, you cannot give clear instruction, and that is why you need to have superheroes, the guys who are familiar with everything and they are very clever with much experience. So when you manage this kind of people, do you think you need to be strong leader or a weak leader? Mm-hmm. Strong, definitely. Firm leader. These guys are very clever guys, They know a lot. And we, all of us, dealing with something we haven't ever seen before, very confusing, very difficult. So, do you want to be strong leader with strong decisions, or you should be more like opening up ideas and just listening from them? Mhm. Excellent, excellent. Yes, so using the same analogy. Yes. So here we don't have the strong leader or firm leader, no. We have a servant leader. Servant leader here means somebody to serve, somebody to make life easy for you. Very, very funny example, okay? Just an example. You remember when you was young and you have difficult exams, your mom trying to help you to get high marks. So, what is the role of your mom here? It's difficult for her to teach you because this is something out of her hand. So, your mom will protect you, will keep you away from any distractions, will get for you nice food, will make the environment good for you. Any kind of noise, she is trying to push the noise away. She is hoping to get for you the 100% focus. Yep. Yeah. Have you ever seen something like that before in your life? Definitely your mom or your wife who, you know. So this is the same thing. Servant leader job is just to make the environment safe enough for people to think, to give focus, no distractions. This is what we call servant leader. Give instructions, no. Give orders, no. Give tasks, no. Give responsibilities, no. Give accountabilities, no. Checking anything, no. So doing what? Servant leader. Just creating for the people safe environment. Yep. Make any sense? Yes. Excellent, excellent. So start with agile mindset. The whole thing is agile mindset. Agile mindset. How can the project team act in agile manner? Think about it. Agile team is dealing with unknown. Nobody knows. If you know, you can give clear instructions. If you don't know, how can you give clear instructions? What can the team deliver quickly and obtain early feedback? And because we are keep trying, so I think we have a lot of mistakes, a lot of problems, a lot of issues, and possibly we need to have a trust, because if you have micromanagement, it will be difficult, it will be impossible, because nobody knows. At the end of the day, you need to try something new, and every one of the team has to try. Trying, it means making mistakes. So this kind of mentality is very different from project management, traditional project management. Next week, traditional project management, we have RAS, you remember? You have clear responsibility, clear accountability, clear rules, clear job description, clear everything. This is in traditional project management. We will talk about this from next week. But in Agile, it is completely different. We don't have clear job description. We don't have clear job specifications. We don't have clear instructions. We don't have clear accountabilities. We don't have clear responsibilities. It's like a team responsible for a mission. It is not similar to traditional management or traditional project management. Yes, yes. Yes, Ali. Yes, in theory, this is what we are trying to do. It can be good if these guys know a lot more than you. In this case, if you try to intervene, you are going to destroy everything because you don't know. You know, uh, usually management or leadership comes from your experience, because you know more, because you can see more, and that is why you can give instructions. But once all of you have the same, visibility, the same way of the same, like capacity to see, nobody is better than others, because theoretically all of us have the same capacity to see, so nobody can be a manager over others. So servant leader here, we are talking about like a coach. He is trying to make life easier for people, to serve them more than to give them instruction, because theoretically nobody can see anything, and because nobody can see, nobody can lead, because leader is the one who can see far beyond the people capacity to see, and that's why he is a leader. The manager is the one who can see the whole picture, and that's why he is a manager. But because theoretically nobody can see, all of us are equal now. Maybe we need just a facilitator or somebody to, you know, just to keep your focus, just to take off any kind of distractions in the business, any kind of distraction in the team, just keep your focus. This is the only mission for the leader in this case. Yes, Safa? Yes, It's a nice example, but Elon Musk is a micromanagement, not not servant leader at all. Again, I can tell you the main, I would say, the main example we can see every day is a mother who is looking to help her daughter just to get the exam done. So she's trying to have a safe environment, you know, like parents who trying to protect their children to have very safe environment. But in real life, again, it is you need to have a lot of conditions in order to make this come true. Theoretically, everybody shouldn't have the capacity to see, and that is why we are all equal. Nobody can see better than others, and so nobody can say I'm a manager or a leader. Okay, so that is why the way of management it's called here self-organizing teams. The teams are self-organized. Again, you want to see example, possibly assume that five guys have the same experience, the same knowledge, the same everything, and they are exploring a jungle. So leadership move from time to time one to one, because anyone have any experience in something push people a little bit towards. But we cannot say I'm a manager because nobody knows. Anyone claim he is a leader or is a manager, people just lose trust in him because nobody knows and nobody can see. Again, this is the condition we are talking here about. Yes, Safa? No, this is a different story. CEO can see. Yeah, well done. So this is a point all of the today. The whole session today is about this. It's about managing this team, which is, as you mentioned here, nobody guide them. So how to manage self-organizing team, and that's why we are here today. This is the whole topic today. Yeah, so we are going to talk about new tools that are not available in traditional management because we need to ensure this team is coherent and cohesive enough, you know, to push forward. Otherwise, personal problems will happen, progress will be limited. I can see your point, and that's why we are here today. All of the topic today is about this. Yeah. So I'm very successful in pushing you to get this conclusion, which is how? How it can be happen. Yeah, this is the topic today. Yeah. So ready guys to know the answer? Okay. So agile mindset we need to act in transparent manner because literally all of us have the same power and nobody has like any kind of superior power over us. What work can be avoided in order to focus on high priority items? As Safa mentioned, we need to know the direction. You know, we are different people with different priorities, different interests, and different perceptions. How to make all of these guys as one group and move forward? This is a question now. How can a servant leadership approach benefit the achievement? So we propose here that servant leadership is important, which is no power at all, no responsibility at all, no accountability, but literally he is looking for doing something one thing. Keep people focused. Just it. Have a safe environment to keep people focused. That's it. So all today topic is how to maintain the focus, and that's why always I believe agile project management is very useful for the people who suffer from ADHD because it's all agile is about one thing: how to keep and maintain the focus. So teamwork. How does the teamwork look like? We have three different rules. First is the cross cross-functional team member. So this is a team member. This is a self-organizing group. Second, product owner, and this person is quite important for us. Third, team facilitator or the servant leader. Sometimes we call them Scrum Master, sometimes we call him the Scrum Leader, sometimes we call him the servant leader, sometimes we call him the coach. All of these are okay. So cross-functional team, self-organizing team, and as Safa said, who is leading the team? Team facilitator is just a coach. Yeah, the one who should lead the team is the one who is not working with us, is the product owner. Who is the product owner? Product owner is somebody from client side. So this guy coming from the client side, and he is telling us about the dreams. This guy is coming from the client side, and this guy is coming to tell us about the dreams of client. So the team listen to this guy all of the time. So product owner could work with us as full-time or part-time, and his job is to be the voice of the client. As I told you before, we need to be very close to the client, and that's why we are led by the client, because the only light we can see comes from that man or that person. This is the only light we can see. Otherwise, it is too difficult for those people to see, because nobody knows, nobody can see. So here is a product owner, is the one who give us some light. So this guy does not have any formal power. This guy does not have any kind of legal power, but this guy has, I would say, the light power. This guy is the only who can see a little bit about the future, because he comes from the client side. So this guy is the one who is developing for us the product backlog. He is the one helping and leading us in improving understanding of the product. Once the product is clear or product backlog is clear, I would say it is easy to manage the whole thing. Make sense? Yeah. So product owner is the one who is giving us the guidance, although he is not technical, so he does not understand anything about the technical work. He does not have any legal power over these guys. He does not have any authority. He is not one of the company. He is not one of us. He is from elsewhere. But he is the only one has a torch, and that is why we follow him. He is the one who is developing the product backlog. Make sense? Yes. So you can say agile project management can be summarized in few words: the capacity to see the future. If you can see the future, you don't need to rely on somebody from outside your company. If you can see the future, very simple, just do it. Just do it. Why do you need to get somebody from outside? You know? Yeah, makes sense? Yes. Excellent. So product owner is the one responsible for guiding the direction of the product. And the joy here, the thing that makes me, enjoying this module or this topic, traditionally, our manager is the one who knows more about the technical work. Traditionally. So, for example, Masri is the head of IT. Why? Because he has a lot of experience in IT. Okay? Maybe Eli is the head of project management. Why? Because he has a lot of experience in project management, and that's why he is the head of project management. Traditionally, we promote the guy who has experience, who has technical knowledge. But in Agile, we put somebody who has zero knowledge on technical side, zero knowledge on engineering work, zero knowledge on the know-how, but he has one power, which is the power of the light. He can see, and that's why we listen and follow him. Yeah, yes, clear now? Brilliant. So product owners rank the work based on its business value. I love this. This is, by the way, very powerful in real life. I would say one of the things I love Agile is this one. As I told you before, usually engineers are the ones who are leading the technical work, and that is why the work is usually technically oriented, not business oriented. But now, because it is led by somebody who has just a business view, so whole of the project is led by business perspective, value perspective, benefits perspective, not for the sake of having technical mastery or I'm the best in building the houses, that's why I'm building the houses. I don't want you to build the house. I want you to have something valuable for the people. And this is the power of having the concept of product owner. Yep. Product owners work with their team daily. So as I told you, hopefully we can have the product owner as full-time job. So he is not from our company, he is usually representing the client side. And that's why he is called product owner. Providing product feedback, setting direction on the next piece of functionality to be developed or delivered. He is the one guiding us to the next stage or to the next step. That means the work is small, often small enough to be described on one index card. So here, once you start allocating the work, this is self-organized process. Once you start like doing the work, it is self-organized. You are good in telling us the direction. Thank you. We are the one who know how to build this. It's our business, not your business now. This is like separation between the business and technical. That's why technical people have the same level of the power, while the business person is the one who is leading the others. And that's why I always believe if you wanted to be, going in the hierarchy or in the career ladder, you need to study leadership and management. Because without business and management, whatever you are building have little value. Because at the end of the day, if it does not make money to people, nobody will care about them. The product owners works with stakeholders, customers, and the teams to define the product direction. Sometimes the product owner is a job title, somebody working from our company, but he has a lot of experience in this kind of solutions, and that's why we call him or her product owner. So although he is working internally, but we still look at him as the one who is representing the customer side or the business side. Product owners have a business background and they bring deep subject matter expertise to the decision. So he is not mainly technical guy, he is mainly business guy coming from a business background. The product owner requests help from people with deep domain expertise, such as architects, deep customer expertise, such as product managers. So he is not, I would say, having technical engineering knowledge. He has only business knowledge, and sometimes he looks for a specialized help like business architectures, like deep customer expertise, like product managers. That's why he needs to involve other people in his view. But at the end of the day, this person is representing the customer, and this guy should be speaking the name of the customer. If you pick the wrong guy, I would say the whole project will fail, because literally he is misguiding you. All of the team relying on this person or this group of people. Yes, Safa, go ahead. So if you, so you can have two different two different aspects here. First aspect, is he working for the company or he is representing the customer? So in most cases, or and sometimes he is just representing the customer and coming from the customer side. Sometimes we call him like a super user, the guy who is, who knows a lot about people's side. And sometimes here in project management as a change and business transformation, marketing and sales, like your case, we call this person BCM, business change manager, the spies, do you remember? So in program management, when we move to program management, we study, BCMs, these guys who are very close to the business side and they know a lot about business. So when they tell you something, they represent the nation or the people or the users or the benefits owners. He is not in the hierarchy like a top level, no, he is a normal person, but he is just working in under another department like TMO, Transformation Management Office, or uh, Business Intelligence, Business Expertise, Business Excellence Center, something like this. If you are building a solution software, if you're building like a house or something like that, this can be somebody representing the council or somebody representing residents, somebody representing the client. Yeah, makes sense. Yes. So product owners need training on what? On how to organize and manage flow of work through the team. Uh, this is a point because indeed he is not technical guy, and now you ask him to lead technical people. So a little bit, but just a little bit, because the one who is responsible for managing the people, not managing to serve the people, is a servant leader, okay, a scrum master. In Agile, the product owners create the backlog with the team. This is quite important for the PMP exam. If you haven't attended today, question in exam will say, who should lead the project? Everyone will say project manager. It's easy. Who should define the product backlog? Everybody would say the project manager. No. The one who set the product backlog is the product owner. The project manager or the servant leader, his job is not to do this. His job is to make the environment safe for people and the environment away from distractions or disruptions. Yeah. The backlog helps the team to see how to deliver the highest value without creating waste. So the team now, once they see the priorities of the product owner, the requirements of the product owners, now they can build something useful and fit for the purpose. Critical success factor here is to have a strong product ownership. So this is the key. Strong product ownership, it means for me the product owner is really representing the client side. This is the most important thing. If you pick a wrong person, all of the analysis will be useless because you listen to somebody who is not representing your customer. So whatever he is saying is just reflecting him, not the customer, and this is a big problem. Sometimes my advice to companies, we help them with Agile, we tell them change your your product owner from time to time, validate and verify. Don't take everything granted from product owners, because at the end of the day we are human being and we say what we see, not what actually people want to say. So it's quite important to ensure that the product owner is the person who is representing the client. Yeah, make sense? Yes. Excellent, excellent. Without attention to the highest value, we'll be out of the track, and that's why his job is really important for us. So, questions. Oh my god, this is a shame on the guy. So, the first question, close your eyes, close your eyes, close your eyes. Yes. So so yeah, voice of the customer is yes, sponsor. Yeah, so the voice of the customer is the product owner. Yes, excellent. Mhm. Who is responsible to authorize changes on the agile project? Just agile team. Yes, and this is quite interesting, by the way. Sorry, I just closed the air conditioner. So it is quite interesting point, by the way, because people think an agile project management we don't have a change request, and it looks like that, but in reality we have. As I told you last time, once you start to doing, you can't listen. So we still have somebody to authorize changes. Don't say agile, it means all over, or anybody say anything in any time, and no structure of the work, no kind of routine. You cannot do anything in your life if you don't have a routine. You cannot do anything in your life if you don't have a time to focus and time to listen. Okay, so we still have a person who is responsible to limit, not to limit, but to manage the changes requested by the client. Okay, so this guy, I would say, similar to the change control board in traditional project management. So, on a traditional project, change control board is usually established to authorize a change request. Who is responsible for this? So it should be the product owner. So the product owner in traditional project management and in agile project management is a gateway for any change. Yeah, the agile team is a cross-functional team. Product owner, as I told you, he is not from the team. He is representing the customer side. He is not an engineer. He does not have technical knowledge. He has only business knowledge. Okay, so a product owner is representing the customer side. The whole team will believe all of them same. Yeah, yeah, perfect, perfect. So the third question, agile team is struggling to solve a blocking issue. Ah, now we have a blocking issue with a packing design. So we have a problem with the packing design. Eventually, they find a solution, but it requires a different product format. What what should the team do before further developing solution? Mhm. Yeah, so the answer is yeah, product owner. So we still have somebody responsible for change requests. Agile does not mean being all over or being distracted. All of the agile work is about keeping focus as much as you can. Yep, makes sense. Yeah, yes, Safa. Yeah, the product owner. Yes, true. That's why we need to have product owner. Product owner is somebody from outside the team. This person representing the client side, representing the voice of the customer. But all of the engineers and technical people have the same capacity to see the future, and that's why nobody can be a leader over them. Yeah, look at this. So we have, look, let's go back. Yes, yes, true. So this is the agile team. Yes, this is the agile team. Yes, this is the agile team, and you have the product owner, and you have also the team facilitator. So the team has the same power. The facilitator is the one who is hopefully leading, but he is not leading in our terms. He is just a facilitator, coach, and the product owner is the one who is actually leading in terms of telling people what the client want. But engineering work, that one, or production work, it is self-organized. Yeah. Yes, super, super. Yes, Murtada. Yeah, we are going now. Just a second. We are going now. But as far as we understand now, product ownership is clear. Yeah. Yes, we are going now for the facilitator. So let's go for this question. B or C? D. Steve is silent, but he knows what he's doing. Yeah. So the answer is D. Yeah, so we go back to the product owner. Yep. Excellent. Excellent. Masri, are you okay? Yes. Excellent. Safa? Excellent. Excellent. Murtada? Super. So now the team facilitator, the servant leader now. So team facilitator, the servant leader, here is the second role, which is the leader, but not the leader that we know. It's a different type of leader here. It's sometimes we call him or her the coach, scrum master, the one who is leading the meetings, just to ensure the meetings are conducted as we should do. If we don't know how to manage agile, he is helping us to manage agile. If somebody wants to exert power over other, he should intervene to limit the power of this person. He should ensure that everybody has the same power, and he should ensure that it is self-organizing team. So he has some rules, and he wants to maintain the rules more than telling them what they should do. So distractions, no distractions. Don't use your mobile phone all of the day. Don't go to do another job during the day. You work only full time here. You have to be there face to face. You have to use all your power and energy on that task. If somebody is trying to call any one of the team, he intervenes, say no, sorry, he is busy now. Any other managers in the organizations like calling you, chasing you, says no, I'm the one, or sorry, you are the one to focus. So agile leader here is the one to maintain people focus and protect them from any distractions. Yep. So this role is sometimes called the project manager, scrum master, project team leader, team coach, and the team facilitator. By the way, in the exam, they love a lot team coach. So usually they use the team coach. So the team coach is the same like project manager, same like scrum master, same like project team lead or team facilitator. All of them are the same concept. Agile team needs servant leader, yes. Why? Because he helped them with facilitation, coaching, and any impediment removal, any obstacles, any kind of blockers, any kind of distractions. This is the job of the servant leader. So many organizations sometimes invite external agile coaches. Sometimes even the coach here comes from outside the company to help them when their internal coaching capability is not yet fully developed. This is very common question in the exam. When you see that people are using waterfall techniques in managing agile projects, the answer is we need to recruit a coach from outside. When you see people having stand-up meetings similar to waterfall status report meetings, in this case we have to hire a coach from outside. When you see people, okay, have a plan, long plan and long implementation, again you have to hire a agile coach from outside, not dark coach, agile coach from outside. Make sense? Yeah. By the way, very interesting. Agile coach, his salary in the UK above 70k, more than the salary of traditional project manager, which is quite interesting point. Maybe this reflects that organizations now more towards agile than traditional project management. They don't want somebody to be powerful, they want somebody to empower the team. Yes, yes, very critical point here. Could be because it is dominated by software industry and software are more and more towards agile project management. Yes, yes, it makes sense. Super. So external coaches have the advantage of experience, but the disadvantage of the weak relationship in the client organization. That's why we may need to have, you know, to build up internal coaches who have strong relationship in their organizations, but indeed they may have lack of experience. So internally, you can have strong daddy. Internally, you can have the team internal who can manage the things as required. Okay. So if you don't have such a qualification, you need to hire somebody from outside. If you have this qualification, that is fine, that is far better because he can manage politics inside the organization. Yeah, make sense, you guys? Yep, yes, super. So servant leader tasks, you can name it, a lot. And in the book, it's around one chapter about the servant leadership. But I already summarized them for you. The guy who is helping the people, not giving instructions to people. Servant leader focus on paving the way of the team, influences project and encourages the organization to think differently. It's like a coach. The role of servant leader is to facilitate team discovery and the definition of agile. Servant leader practice and radiate agile. Servant leader shift from managing coordination to facilitating collaboration. So he does not assign tasks, he does not assign responsibilities, he does not assign any kind of commitments to people, but he is the one who is helping people to be self organized. Yeah. Excellent. So once the purpose is established, here this guy encourages the team to create an environment where everyone can succeed. It is a person who is lovely and try as much as you can to mediate the conflict and ensure people are okay. Any kind of misunderstandings are managed effectively. High soft skills, high negotiation skills, high influence in terms of capacity to manage relations of people. Yeah, so more soft tools, not technical or hard tools. So do not plan on the following perfect agile process, but instead look at the results. When cross-functional team delivers finished value often reflects the product process. The teams are agile. It's not matter what the team call it's a process. So here it is about the capacity to lead regardless who is the manager, who is the leader. We care here more about the results more than anything else. Yeah. So, servant leader again, servant leader is about supporting the team, mentoring the team, coaching the team, giving advice. We lead we lead teams by standing behind them. So again, it's not the man in the show. That is absolutely not. It's a servant person. Key role here is to nurture and grow team members through and beyond their current roles. Again, the role here is similar to your parents who want you to succeed in the exam, giving you the safe environment, always motivate you, kind words to you, support you, getting for you the food when you need, celebrate team success and support the bridge building activities with external group. So this is like a facilitator at the end of the day. Make sense? Yeah. Super. Super. Yeah. So first question. A, B, C, and D. A, servant leader. Yeah? Yes, excellent. So now let's move to the agile teams. Let me ask you a question. Now you are going to a jungle, dark jungle, and you can't see anything. You need to have a team with you. So, as you told me, you need to have superheroes. Yeah? We need to have guys who are superheroes because it's a dark and jungle dangerous. So you need guys to be very powerful, fully equipped with all weapons. The question is, do you want to have highly specialized people or the people who have wider knowledge with one expertise? So one who knows a lot about only one thing, or the one who knows a lot about so many things and a lot of experience in one thing. Yes, Murtada. Yes, so this guy is not specialized in one thing because he knows how to burn light, he knows how to cook food in the jungle, he knows how to hunt the tiger. So he has a lot of experiences and knowledge. Yeah. So we need to differentiate between two types of people, I people and T people. I people, those who have a lot of knowledge and experience in only one thing, while T people who have a lot of good experience in different things and one specialized. So which one of the people you want more with you, I or T? Definitely, yes, definitely. Because you don't know. Again, in traditional project management is very different. When we go to traditional project management, I will tell you, look, you need to focus on specialization because specializations leads to productivity, and this is the formula in traditional project management. The more you are specialized, the more you are productive. But the problem is I don't know which skills and tools I need because I cannot see. So I don't know which weapons I need to use or need to have because I don't know. So I need generic superstar guys who are familiar with different tools and maybe specialized in one, but they are have some experience with all of the available tools. Yes, Safa. Definitely, but IT is a very big discipline. IT as a technical support, as coding, as programming, C sharp, Visual Basic, .NET, object oriented, So IT is a very big, and we are talking definitely about IT. So we are going to jungle. So I don't want somebody from chemistry background. So yeah, but still, we are looking for somebody who have I can tell you a funny example. If you want to develop a website, somebody says, "Look, I'm just a designer. I don't know anything but just the design." Somebody else say, "I'm just a coder. I don't know anything, just coding." Somebody says, "Look, for me, my job is just to put the design with the code. I don't know anything else." Somebody just say, "I specialize in landing page, not more than that." These kinds of personalities don't give you freedom and flexibility. They are, you need to use them in only one task. Yeah. Yes. Excellent. So in agile teams, we look for T guys because we want something quite interesting. In any traditional project management, usually you have your team. This example is quite interesting, by the way, guys. Okay, you have a team, and this is guy A, guy B, guy C. In traditional project management, we appoint the guy when we need, and then we dismiss when we don't need. Because we believe in I personalities. This is where traditional project management. So I need El Masri next week. That's it. After the week, next week, thank you, Masri. Bye bye. Don't want you anymore. I need Simon the following week. I need Steve, and so on. So, in traditional project management, we believe in efficiency and we believe in getting the right people in the right time. In Agile, it is not. In Agile, we want to have a group of guys and done. These guys gonna lead the whole thing without any kind of somebody leaving, somebody enter. Sorry, Simon, what's the question? I can't hear you. Yeah, yeah, that's fine. That's fine, that's fine. Okay. Excellent, excellent. Thank you. Bye bye. Bye bye. Super. Okay. So in agile project management, the game is completely different. In agile project management, the same guys take the project from A to Z. We believe in concentration, focus. We believe that when somebody comes in the team, this makes distractions. And when somebody is leaving, this makes distraction. And that's why we rely on T people. Because we cannot accept to take people from outside. We try as much as we can to have closed room and keep everything inside the room until we finish. Yeah, Masri, yes, Masri. Yeah, makes sense. Okay, Safa, makes sense. Yes. So in traditional project management and agile project management, they are different. They are not the same. This is what I want to say. And by the way, PMP exam, a lot of questions on this point. You need to know the differences between how the organization, how the team is structured here and there. So the most effective agile team tend to range in size from 3 to 9. Guess what? You want only with 9 guys to finish the whole work. You need a superhero. You need superhero who knows a lot about so many things. So you don't need to call somebody from outside to do 1 or 2 tasks. You need to finish everything inside the house, inside the team. And that's why we call it sometimes co-located in a team space. We put them in a one room. Okay, the agile mentality is about focus. We hate virtual teams. We hate working in different rooms. All of us in one room. Just one room, put all of the guys in one room. This is what we call war room or co-location. Okay? Why? Because if I move from my room to your room, I lost my. Ian, how are you? Yeah, I know. That's fine, that's fine. So, in Agile, if you move from your office to another office, this is called distractions. And this is called waste. And this is against the lean approach. We try as much as we can to take off any fats. So, we put the people in one room, don't change the guys, keep them all of the work. Team members are 100% dedicated to their teams. Agile encourages self-managing team where team members decide who will perform the work within the next period of the disciplined scope. So nobody come in, nobody leave. All of us in the same room, eat together, drink it together from 9 to 5 p.m. together. We shouldn't do anything else. We shouldn't work extra in other place or part-time in other places. No, keep your focus 100% on this point with your team. That's why we need a servant leader who can protect us and ensure that we have the space to work full time without any distraction from any kind of managers or any kind of requests from anybody. Cross-functional agile team produce functional products increments frequently. So they have to do everything inside. And this is I-shaped and T-shaped. I-shaped, it means you are specialized in one thing so much. T-shaped, it means you are not specialized in one thing. You have a lot of experiences in different things plus being experienced in one thing. We are looking for more T people and less I people. So we don't like I people, we prefer more T people. These guys have expertise in one area with supporting but less developed skills in associated area, and so they have a capacity to have good collaboration with others. T-shaped person has defined recognized specialization and the primary role, but has the skills, versatility, aptitude for collaboration to help other people when and where necessary. So this is what I love. Reduces handoffs and the constraint of only one person being able to do the job. We don't want any person to do one task and leave. We don't want these distractions. Having somebody to enter, it's a distraction. Having somebody to leave, it's a distraction. Having communication with different departments to do something, it's a distraction. We don't want anything from anyone. Put us in a capsule and leave us. We finish the work. Yeah. Is it clear now the differences between teamwork in agile and teamwork in project management or traditional project management? Yeah, super. So, first question. Mhm. B. Servant leader. D for Delta, sorry. So the answer is D. Yeah, yeah, excellent, excellent, super. Yep. Next question. Yes, superstar. C. Team leader should allocate specific tasks to individual. No, 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 no. This is what I'm trying to say. Yeah. Yeah, L for alpha, yes, excellent. We don't have a manager for the agile team, yeah? The servant leader is the one who is empowering them, and the team is self organized. We don't have a manager. We have somebody who can see the future, is a product owner, but he does not know technical knowledge, and so he cannot assign responsibilities. Excellent. Yes. So all of the guys sit in front of the product backlog, the tickets or the cards, and everyone pick one and say, I'm going to do that. I write my name on. So it is self-organized. They, as a team, decide who do what, but no one has a power to assign responsibilities. See, this is quite interesting. Product owner should have the power to develop the product backlog, but he shouldn't have the power to assign people on the tasks. So yeah, he has the ultimate power. Yeah, it's a different story now because he is combining traditional project management with agile project management. So he is using now the mentality of project manager's job, which is I people who knows the work and he knows that they can do the work. And to be honest, and because he knows that he can know or they can do faster and quicker, I don't think there were no reason for having agile. They should just go waterfall. Tasks are clear. Yes, once we can see, there is no reason to be agile. Agile is only used in dark rooms or dark jungles So it is too difficult for you to decide who can do what, how to be done, and the resources needed. But the guy, he knows, this guy that did that one before, he knows that they can do that faster than others. He knows the task, they know the task. So literally, it's just waterfall. It's not agile. Yeah. Super. So we believe in a dedicated team member. We believe that the team member should be 100% allocation on the project. We believe that having like 25 or 50%, this is multitasking, and the multitasking is not accepted in agile mindset. Multitasking is the mother of waste in managing activities. Why? Because it takes time to be in and takes time to be out, then takes time to be in, then takes time to be out. In agile, say all of the time you are in, done, one group, do the whole work. You don't change your tasks a lot. Keep focus on what you do, because in out in out in out, this is a lot of waste. So we don't like task switch. We hope that you keep your focus on one thing. Multitasking reduces the throughput of the teamwork and impacts the team ability to predict delivery consistently. So we don't want people to be distracted. People experience productivity losses somewhere between 20 to 40% when they have task switching. So anyone in, it needs time to be in. To be out, it needs time to be out. Mentally, you need time. The loss increases exponentially with the number of tasks. So if you ask me to do 5 tasks a day in 5 different projects, my productivity may go to half, because in out in out in out in out, the productivity go down very 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 sharp. When a person multitasks between 2 projects, the person is not 50% on this project and 50% on this project. No, he could be like 20% on this, 20% on this, and the other 60 wasted in and out, in and out. Yeah. Now I think you know why we need T people. We, as much as we can, avoid I people, because I people should come in and out because just they do one thing. So they go to do one thing and go back. While in T people, they can cover and they can do everything without needing to ask people from outside to go in. People are more likely to make mistakes when they are multitasking. Task switching consumes working memory, and people are less likely to remember their context when they are multitasking. It seems for me that the one who is writing this, he is writing a prescription for the people who are suffering from ADHD. It's very interesting. It is very interesting. Okay, and to be honest, the power of intellectual work comes from the focus and maintain the focus. This is the key here, because IT people or most of us are contributing what? Contributing by knowledge. Knowledge needs time to be created. It's not like one shot activity. When everyone on the team is 100%, they can continuously collaborate as a team, making everyone works more effectively. This looks great, but it's expensive. You need to think about that. It is expensive to assign one person for a month on a project. Let me give you an example. If you assign 10 guys on one project, the average salary of the person 4K. So literally, these 10 guys at least costs the project 40K. At least 40K. Without any kind of other related expenses of licenses or office rent or overhead expenses or buying or supplying some materials. It is just 40 grants for 1 month of 10 guys using this approach, which is dedicated team membership. And to ensure these guys are working full time, 8 hours a day on this one, self-sufficient without asking any help. Also, it is not easy. You need to have superstar guys, because you need to have 9 guys doing the whole company work, so you don't need anybody from any other departments. Again, this assumption is quite expensive, to be honest. It is not easy. Yes, 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 at least you have to dedicate 10 guns a month. I would say 10, 20, at least 30 maybe sometimes. So that will make the project cost quite expensive. And here we need to have compromise, efficiency or innovation. So you are here selling innovation. If you sell this product by 100K, that's fine. But if you bring these people for 1 month like this and you spend 40K for the having dedicated team members, look at the organizations in the UK. Most of them rely on freelancing people, which is completely against dedicated teams, you know, because it's cheaper. It's cheaper, much cheaper than hiring people. Now I'm not talking about hiring people. You are talking about dedicated team come every day to the office from 9 to 5 in the same room for a month. No working from home, no hybrid work, no caring hours, no family work relationship or these kind of things. It is just like a camp, which is quite practically challenging for many people. Yeah, makes sense. Yes, excellent. So we have what we call co-location or war room. So we in Agile work in war room. We hate virtual work. We hate any kind of online work. We don't want to be split in different rooms. We want all of the guys to be in one room. Shut the door, start the work. This is the mentality of Agile. It is war room, which is it's everything is inside. This is streamlined making, facilitate rapid communication, and everybody in the same location, so no delays associated with remote communication. Agile is not, best friend with uh, with working from home or virtual work. Benefits: improved communication, enhanced collaboration, and faster issue resolution. It's good for high stake, expensive, complex, time sensitive projects. But the problem is quite expensive. You want everybody to be face to face in one room for a month, dedicated, not engaged with any other stuff. Yeah, makes sense. Yes. Welcome back, Safa. Welcome back. Super. So, in Agile, we believe in face to face interactions, face to face relationship, and that's why in everyday morning we have daily stand up. Daily stand up does not mean daily status report in the morning. It does not mean micromanagement. Indeed, it means micro commitment. So I ask you every day in the morning, hi, how are you? What you are doing so far? What is your plan for the day? I don't aim to listen. I don't aim to give you answers or recommendations. I don't aim here to advise you. I'm not here aim to blame you or correct you or teach you. I'm here just to let you see that I am here to listen to you. It's about more sympathy and having more micro commitment from me and from you. That is, you are doing the work, I'm here for you, you are here for the work, you and myself write a psychological contract that this is the thing that you are going to do today. But it's a big mistake to use this meeting to elaborate or to discuss. It is called at the end of the day what? Stand up. If you need that you need to sit down, it is not stand up. Okay, so if you feel for any minute that I'm going to sit down because it's a long conversation, no, it should be 5 minutes, 10 minutes, maximum 15 minutes. More than that, you are wasting people concentration. You are wasting people time and effort. We want them to be on the momentum. We want them to keep the focus. Conversation in the morning just to ensure they are on the track. This is the aim. Make sense? Yeah. No. This is meeting is not for that. Meeting for solving problems in the retrospective at the end of the week. If you find any mistake, any problem, anything that's going wrong, it is not good to talk now because literally, yeah, urgency is another story. Yeah, if somebody is dying is another story. But in normal case, people often use this opportunity to elaborate, ask, learn, give feedback. No, you are not here to listen. You are here to support. Support emotionally, I mean. Just to ensure the contract is written, psychological contract is written that I know, you know, please keep your focus. That's it. So literally the answer is well done, keep going. That's it. Okay. By the way, this question some people say is they are silly, no, useless. Honestly, they are very important for the brains because in the morning when I say, look, I'm going today to do blah 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 blah, I pushed him to take off any kind of distractions in his mind. Once he said a statement, a clear statement like this, his mind become more probably focused on this statement, regardless of what the statement. But we are here for the concentration more than anything else. Yeah, makes sense. I love this point. If it's off track, keep it off track because maybe you think it's off track, but he knows what he's doing. You remember during the work days, we just keep them focused. We have a retrospective at the end of the week or at the end of a duration. That's fine. But now nobody knows more than anybody else. By the way, the guy who is doing daily stand up, he is not experienced in technical stuff. The one who is doing stand up is a coach or facilitator. So he literally does not understand what you say. He just say, "Yeah, well done. That's good, good." You know? Yes, yes. So we check with the product owner at the end of the week. Yeah. So to ensure that we burn some of these points, yes. But it is not good to have retrospective daily. People will not have time to work if you keep like learning from your experience today. I need to work to do mistakes. If I keep talking, what can I do? You know. So it is just only 5 minutes, and this is what I love. Team walks, the Kapan or task board. Sometimes in some organization in the morning they come on the board. Okay, I believe in whiteboards, and they have, "Hi guys, how are you? I'm going to do that." Okay, yeah, okay, I'm going to do that. So they talk to each other, not led by the coach or the facilitator or anything. They just talk to each other. Like, okay, guys, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. Everybody said what he's going to do during the day. It's just during the walk in the morning. Nobody sit down. It's not longer conversation. It's a very short conversation. Yeah. So example of the question, not all of the 6 or 7, it should be 3 4 questions. Question like, what did I complete since last stand up, what I'm planning to complete today, what are my impediment. So if he suffer from anything, he can tell the coach, look, today I have headache, go please and get for me some Panadol. So the facilitator get Panadol and come back. Okay. What do we need to do to advance piece of work? Is anyone working anything that's not on the board? So somebody is doing extra work not in the board. What do we need to finish as a team? Are there any bottleneck or blockers in the work? Again, you can see this question is very similar to this question, and maybe that one is similar to this one. But anyway, you can just pick two or three. All in all, is look, guys, I'm going to do that today. Done. Yeah, mastery, yes. Yeah, makes sense. Ah, very clever. And headache, by the way, headache. Yes, yes, yes. Stress, headache, and sometimes even after this half an hour talking, or 1 hour, you need to eat something and drink something. So you waste another 15 minutes to get focused, to get to to go back again to the work. Super. Steve wants to comment here. Yes, Steve. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Super, super. So daily stand-up questions like this generate answers that allow the team to be self-organized. And this is what Safa asked, how to ensure these guys are self-organized. Also, Ellie asked me the same question. The answer is by having the self-commitment when they answer to these questions. It's like a psychological contract. So when I say I'm going to do that to everybody, um, I should be committed to what I said at the end of the day, you know. So pushing people to tell you or to tell each other what they are going to do during the day, this is just building a contract every day about the activities they are going to do. So, yes, It's a big question, but it has a lot of indeed has a lot of aspects. So junior guys, as far as I understand, junior guys having them in agile project, from my personal point of view, it is not the best because junior guys do not have such commitment to the work because they don't have the experience and the knowledge. So junior guys feel more stressed when you give them power, when you give them the authority, when you ask them to think, they're being confused because yeah, you can it depends, are they junior or senior? Yes, Steve. So your team, so we're talking about the team of the guys who are like middle level or junior level. Yeah, middle level they can because they have the experience. So you need to think about the product owner and also probably like agile coach who can manage these people in terms of, you know, making them aware of agile, how to do agile, how to use agile. But just quite important, agile in itself it is not good. Agile in itself is has a lot of inefficiency because it relies a lot on so many things we talked about, indicating inefficiency, but it's a necessity only if we don't know and we are dealing with the unknown. Not because it's quite popular, it means it's the best. I would say agile is very good in a panic time, in complex environment, but when you see the environment is clear and you know who is doing what and you did that so many times ago, so I would say agile will. Yes, yes, and because in the corona. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. So in agile, yeah, I get you. I think I get your point about. So you are looking to empower people to do more agile. This is what you're trying to say here. Yes. Yeah. That looks interesting because according to what we say here, agile during coronavirus does not work because agile believes in face-to-face interactions and being in the same room all of the time. Any kind of being away is not agile because working from home it means you have another commitment with your family, with your daughter, with your son, with family like left, or with the children schools, whatever, if you have schools, children's schools runs and this kind of things. So let's go now and see how can we manage this in virtual environment. But at the end of the day, daily stand up is useful when there is a reason for it, and agile is very useful when there is a clear reason for it. So what's really interesting here, one of the anti-pattern typically seen in the stand-up, they become like a status meeting. Status meeting here, as Ian said, it's just half an hour. It's not like 10 minutes. It's not stand-up. It's sit-down meetings now. Teams who have traditionally worked in predictive environment may tend to fall into anti-pattern since they used to provide this status from time to time. So when they move to agile, they literally doing waterfall but agile. Another anti-pattern is stand up that the team begins to solve a problem as they become apparent, as Ellie said. Yeah, so this is shouldn't be an agile and stand-up meeting. We shouldn't solve any problem, to be honest. We should focus on just building the momentum so people feel okay, I'm going to do that today, you know. So this is kind of things. If there's something urgent, as Safa mentioned, it's a different story. But normally you can do that. So if you feel that the person has, you know, simple problems, don't worry. But if it's blocking the work, yes, now we need to intervene. Stand up are for realizing their problems, not for solving them. Are realizing their problems, but not for solving them. And the issues to parking lot, and then create another meeting which might be right after the stand up and solve the problem later. So if somebody highlight a problem, okay, that's fine. Keep whatever you're doing, and let's meet in the evening and have a proper meeting for this specific urgency or specific problem. Teams run their own stand up, uh, and I think Steve was talking about the product owner. As far as I understood from him, that product owners sometimes lead the stand up meetings, and I wouldn't argue for something like that, to be honest, because you need to know where is the power of product owner. The power of the product owner that he knows the customer needs. The problem from practice we see every day, product owner believes he becomes a project manager, and this is a big problem. And then product owners believe he has a power to give tasks to people, and then product owners believe he is the one who knows everything, and then the product owners becomes project manager leading waterfall projects. And this is a catastrophic from my point of view, because the power of waterfall is that the manager knows a lot about the technical work, and that is why he can assign the job as should be. But when we move to agile, we pick somebody else has a power. His power does not come from technical knowledge. This power comes from the business knowledge. And this is a huge difference. If I have business knowledge, I can't tell you how to cook. I just can tell you we need a pizza. So product owner can just say we need a pizza, salty pizza with pepperoni. That's it. While the chef who knows how to cook the pizza, but from my experience, we can see product owners sometimes feel as if he is a project manager and intervene in how we prepare the pizza in terms of technical stuff, and that is shouldn't be done, and this is absolutely incorrect, and this can lead to a lot of problems later. So agile, if you want to have a project manager, we call him a coach, and this coach is the one who is facilitating the work. We shouldn't have a powerful person who assign tasks to people in terms of who to do what. We believe in agile. If you want to be agile, you need to be consistent with yourself. Okay, so agile here it means the team is self-organizing, because nobody have much experience in technical knowledge than anybody. Indeed, product owner has power only because he can see the customer requirements more than anybody else. More than that, he should not intervene in the work. And I don't, from my point of view, I don't argue for the product owner to lead stand-up meetings. I believe stand-up meeting should be self-organized or by the coach or the scrum master. Product owner, if he leads this, can push the whole project to be more waterfall, and we structure power in a very bad way, which is not in the interest of the project and even not the interest of the client. It's mixing up the power here. Yeah. Yes, Safa. So if this has happened, so it's not all agile at all. Because if he comes from the technical background, so who represents the customer? Yeah, but his technical experience, I'm not expecting to be more than the guys who have all of their lives doing the technical work. We have one brain, and this brain limited. So if this guy have half of his brain business, half of the brain technical, somebody else have whole brain technical. No, not bad, not bad. But he can. This is another, I would say, half truths more dangerous than no truths. So those guys who have some technical background and they are not clever enough, we appoint them because they have the business background. Maybe because they think they know, they misdirect the people or misguide the people. Okay, here we have to clarify a lot of things. You need to have some knowledge and technical side to lead and to manage technical people, yes. But the problem from agile point of view, product owner is the one who comes mainly from the customer basis. Like 70% of his mindset comes from and representing the customer, not representing the technical work. Not as Ayan said, our product owner, he knows the people and he put people in charge because these people used to do the work faster. This is now waterfall. It's not agile anymore. Yeah. And waterfall is not something bad, by the way. When I say waterfall, I'm not saying he is a bad guy. I'm saying it is waterfall. It's not bad. Yeah. I believe more in waterfall as long as we can see. Only agile is complex project, unstable environment, what we call sometimes VOCA, volatile, uncertainty, complex. This is what we have like challenge. But when we go for a normal life, why should we have a meeting every day? Why should we give so much power to people? It's not good, by the way, to empower people too much. Theoretically, in children handbooks, we say people should have the power, but professional handbooks, we say no. We should give the power to the system, not to the people. Not because I'm teaching in 2024, it means I misguide you by saying, look, people says we have to empower people. No, we have to empower the system. If the people have the power and system does not have a power, this over the long term will lead to a lot of issues. So we have to have the right balance. People should be empowered to do the work, not more than the work, and the system should be empowered to maintain stability and to maintain efficiency. This is the mix that we should have and maintain. Yeah. Next, I have a bad memory. Yeah, I think what I said is just we need to empower people, yes, but we need also to empower the system. System too much powerful may be very restrictive to people. People too much power, this can lead to chaos in workplace and definitely not efficient. So we need to ensure that we have the right mix between empowering the system and also empowering the people. In agile, because you panic, you empower people over the system, while in safe environment, you empower the system over people. Yeah, yeah. So teamwork spaces, we prefer to have all of the people in one room, in the war room, face to face interaction, which is quite interesting. Steve talked about coronavirus. Coronavirus, I would say it was too difficult to have appropriate agile project management because no stand up meeting, people are disconnected, disengaged, and more like attention with the virus and COVID and the panic. Many people are not in the momentum, are not in the peak, because literally they are all of the time watching the TV, how many people died of COVID. So coronavirus time is quite different from what we are here. So we believe that people should be in the same room together and they meet every day, building up the charts, analyzing the charts, and they should. I love this. Companies are designing their offices to balance common and social areas, sometimes called caves and the common, which is quite nice. You put them in the cave and close the cave. you know, you should be in one room. This is literally, and the physically what I was trying to say here. Put them in one room, not in even one building. No, one room. So it's called the caves and common. When teams have geographically distributed here, we have a problem that we need to have virtual, and this is not the best to be honest. That's why we need to find a quite interesting technique. So, let me ask you, the power of Agile is the focus, the concentration. We are close relationship. Now we have to work online. How the online should be? When I need you, send you email. When I need you, I can call you. Do you think this can help us to be in the momentum? Yes, excellent. So, what do you think? How can we manage this now? Again, if you have a meeting, it means I have to in and out the meeting. And in and out, we don't want an in and out. We want to have stable environment. Yeah, so still message, time, interval, distraction. Continuous meeting, yes. So literally what we are doing, keep the camera on all of the time. So in my office have camera everywhere and your office have the camera everywhere, and we see each other live all of the time. Yes, yes. So we avoid the idea of taking the mobile phone and to call somebody. No, we don't call, we don't send messages, we don't have this. We are face to face online, which literally just camera all over the room, and your room cameras all over the room, and the camera is on from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. all of the time. You want to go to toilet, that's fine. Don't close the camera, go to toilet and come back. That's fine. So nobody is allowed to switch off the camera is live all of the time, and the mics are everywhere. So when you talk, telling your friend, do you have a biscuits please, so everybody listen to you that you are asking for a biscuit. Yes, I saw this. I can't share the name of the company, but one of the pharmaceutical companies I used to work with, they had a branch in Britain and branch in America, and this is what I used to see: cameras everywhere, and they have the speakers everywhere. When you walk, you feel that you are walking. They are listening to everything you are doing. It seems sometimes like surveillance, but to be honest, the same site. So the other side have the same thing. So the other side, we live with them. So in the screens, we see them walking and talking. So literally like expanded workspace. So you are not in the room, but the room is like bigger than that. Half of the room you can touch, half of the room you cannot touch, but you can see and you can listen as if you are with you in the same room. You know? Yeah, definitely very productive. Why? Because there is a power of the camera on. It is a high power, by the way. When you have look at the guys online now, people who switch the camera, They have more freedom than people who have the camera on. People who have camera off, they can go to toilet, they can drink something, they can talk to some of the family members, they can, maybe they are out and in, and this makes them less committed. But the guys who have the camera, everybody watching me, so I can't do anything, I have to keep focus. So having this mentality, you talk when you want to talk, any idea comes, hi John, we can do that. So you don't need to call him and they play on Facebook, because once you open the mobile, you can see Facebook, TikTok messages, all of the messages come. Your wife wants you to get some biscuits when you go back home. So all of the distractions come when you catch the mobile. Some organizations, by the way, and I'm not really sure I can share, but this is professional practice without saying the name of the companies. They don't allow mobile phones at all in the workplace. So once you are in, you leave the mobile outside. Your laptop, you don't use your personal laptop. The company gives you a laptop with have no connection to the any kind of social media or personal networking or personal messaging, but all of the communication channels are only inside the company. So if your wife wants anything from you when you come back home, she cannot find you. I would say this is good sometimes. Okay, so this is the agile mentality, the free mind, the focus. You are completely focused on your point. No distractions at all, no mobile, no technology, no social media, no news updates. So I saw some companies, they watch football during working. It's quite interesting. Who is paying for you to watch the football match while doing the work? So so different styles. Yeah, in my company, I don't allow anybody to use his mobile phone. To be honest, I love agile mentality. Keep focus when you do the work. Keep focus. It's good to keep focus. Yeah. So, geographically distributed teams need virtual workspaces. I love this word, virtual workspace. So we are all in the same workspace. So we can use fish bowl and remote pairing. So this is fish bowl. Fish bowl, it means you can see the fish while you are not in the same water. Because simply you are like in the same bowl. Do you know what I mean? So fish bowl here, you can see the fish can see you, you can talk to the fish can talk to you, and but they are in the water, you are outside of the water. So you are in the UK, the other side in the United States, but all of you can talk to each other freely. And the remote pairing, which means the the two computers are connected, so both of us are working on the same laptop at the same time. This is remote pairing. So myself and Ayan, for example, have the same interface, the same computer. So I'm working, he can see me working, so both of us, we are paired together as if we are working even on the same computer, not on two different computers. Yeah, makes sense? So the first one is called, yeah, fishbowl window. Yes. This is setting up long-lived video conferencing links between the various locations in which the team is disparate. So literally we are in the same place. People start the link at the beginning of the workday and they close it at the end. 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. It is open live all of the time. The only way to hide from the camera is the toilet. That's it. All of the day you are live. Stream. In this way, people can see and engage spontaneously. I love this word, spontaneously. So you don't need to give a call, you don't need to chat, you don't need to. No, spontaneously. I have an idea, guys. So they listen to you. Reducing the collaboration lag. This is very powerful concept, by the way. Collaboration lag, which comes from communication channels, that we need to establish communication channel. You reply, you don't reply, and I can't see you, you can't see me. So all of this we eliminate it. otherwise inherent in the geographical separation. Second one is remote pairing. So everybody on the same screen. We are working on the same screen. Set up remote pairing by using virtual conference tool to share screens, including voice and the video links. So literally, both of us are on the same screen, the same computer, the same everything. Yeah, makes sense? Excellent. So the first question, here we go. B, C, A maybe. A. Excellent. So the answer is B now. Yeah. Oh, so first of all, this kind of questions, we take the least wrong one. So we have the wrong and we have the least wrong. Sometimes we have the correct and the most correct. So the problem with B for me is the product owner to determine the next step. Product owner should not determine the next step. This is what we're trying to say. Product owner should set the priorities, should the product backlog. But the next step and the assignment of the tasks should be done self-organized, as Steve mentioned. Yeah, so Steve said that, and I agree with him that product owner does not have such a power. Yes, Steve. Yeah. So it is not B. And C assigns a feature to another team member and have them try to complete the feature by the end of iteration. The problem is this guy, we hate people in and we hate people out. We want the same people to finish the whole work. So here it is, we need to keep to maintain the guys. Review the team capacity and reassign functionality to additional. Review the team capacity and reassign the functionality. It could be. So we have now A and D. A, I wouldn't say the best in terms of we don't want guys to work from home, but at the same time, this is the only thing we can do. What other options? So we don't prefer, yeah, working from home, but the guy has a problem because I think he has sickness or he has a problem, he has significant problem, and we don't want it to lose this opportunity. So he can do that as a temporary basis working from home. Yeah, yeah, makes sense. Excellent, excellent. So we have three different types of team working here. The first one is called the pairs, the second one is called swarm, the third one is called mob. Could you please read and tell me the difference? It's already written, so I just want you to read and tell me what do you understand. Yeah, all of Agile, yes. Have you noticed the word driver and the navigator? So, how do you understand the word driver and navigator? What does it mean, these words for you? Yes, Ian. Interesting. Yes, Steve. Safa says one implement and one think. Yes, Steve, what do you think? Excellent. So, what does it mean, driver and navigator? What, how, what is the differences between them? That's very interesting. So, they are different forms of, I would say, fighting. So, fighting because you need somebody to drive and somebody to navigate for you. So, pair only two guys, one to navigate and one to drive. Like one to see and one to lead, as Masri and Safa said. So pair is quite straightforward. You have two guys, one doing the programming and one checks the programming. Like ding ding ding. So you do, somebody checks, you do, somebody checks, you do, somebody check. Or somebody collects, somebody check, somebody collects, somebody check, somebody collects, somebody check. So enhance good quality through immediate reviews. So the guy is doing, somebody check, facilitate knowledge transfer and catches early. Usually it's like a mentor, so two working together, one is doing one thing, one doing one thing, so one keep doing and one watching him, learning from him and also checking what he's doing. So one doing and one checking. Typically used in software development, suitable for ongoing development and debugging. So while you finish or you do, somebody is watching you and checking, say, look, there's a problem in the code here. I think you need to check this. Okay, this is, by the way, one of the traditional tools in Agile, and quite in the birth of Agile, they used to use this extensively. Okay, two eyes far better than one eye in belief. A swarm is, you have multiple team members, so you have teamwork, as Steve mentioned. You have teamwork, multiple team members focused together on a single task. So all of the guys in America and Britain and Malaysia, all of the guys have the same task, and they are different teams. Okay, but they are not in the same workstation. So some guys in America, some guys in Malaysia, some guys in the UK. So this is tackles complexity because different point of views, different perspective, different way of doing things are all trying to tackle one challenge. Good because you reduce knowledge silos and bottlenecks. So all of the three teams in different countries are live interactive together, but they have different backgrounds, different perceptions. Apply to urgent critical tasks is useful for tackling blocking issues because we have all of the involved stakeholders in one shot. The mob is a whole team. The whole team works on the same task at the same workstation with one driver and the rest is as navigators. So literally here you collaborate, reduces miscommunication and integrate multiple. So all of the guys are doing at the same time. You have some few who are doing the testing all of the time. So this is also mob is like bombing. You do and clean, you do and clean. So some guys doing some die. All of this is aiming for quick delivery. So in waterfall we used to build and then test. Here we try to build and test at the same time. So we don't waste time to test. So doing chicken, doing chicken, doing chicken at the same time, simultaneously. Make sense? Excellent, excellent. So, team members in successful agile team to work collaboratively, pairing, swarming, mobbing, and this is all can help. But they do not fall into the trap of many waterfalls instead of collaborative work. The idea of having testing and doing at the same time will eliminate the concept of waterfall, like planning, doing, testing. You test and do typically in one shot. Def- some guys think that I can do and test by myself as a one person. You can't. If you want to do and test at the same time, you must have two eyes. Okay, it's a common mistake. People misunderstand agile. They think that I can do and I can check at the same time. One eye never ever do and check, because you are the one who is doing and you are the one who is making mistake. Okay, so literally your eyes cannot see mistake, otherwise they could fix it from the first time. So this concept, it means you need to have different eyes, otherwise you can't do that. Many waterfalls occurs, the team addresses all of the requirement in a given period, attempt to do the design and then building and then testing, and this is waterfall. Some point the building or the testing following the building, the team may realize it had assumptions that are no longer valid. This is in the waterfall. So team wasted time in addressing all of the requirements. This is the problem of course, having waterfall. Yeah, makes sense? Yes. So now let's move to Safa question. How can I manage self-organized team? How to control them? I have a problem now. These people have equal powers, equal authorities, equal responsibilities, equal accountabilities, no upper hand here. How can I ensure the consistency of the work? An example said, look, product owner will take the lead and the product owner will become the project manager, and now we have somebody who assign tasks. But Agile says something different. Agile says no, people have to allocate tasks by themselves. So now we have a problem. If you give them the power, they may have conflict, they may challenge each other, we may face troubles. Yeah, makes sense? That's why we need to go through three things: team charter, conflict management, and teamwork. This next 6 slides or next half an hour very important for PMP exam. If you want to take PMP exam, this 4 or 5 slides very, very, very important. You may find the same question from this 3 times in the same exam because this is very important. It's quite funny to see the same question 3 times in the same exam, but very important. Okay, so the first technique we are using is called a team charter. Team charter is a very powerful tool. Team charter is agreement written collaboratively between team members. We as a team have doctrine. We as a team has ground rules. These are principles and values. Everybody should sign over this. This is what we are calling project a team charter. Team charter is different from project charter. Project charter is an agreement between sponsor and the project manager to kick off the project. But team charter is an agreement between you and team members. Do we have a team charter for traditional project management? Not necessary. Why? Because team members change all over the time. In traditional project management, we assign based on the need. When I need you, I assign you. You join us when we need you. But in Agile is very different. In Agile, we have one team for one project. So nobody in, nobody out. The room will be closed. We will be locked in the cave. Nobody should in, nobody should out. And that's why the team charter is written once at the beginning. Set and establish expectations and rules managing the social relationships between people. Make sense? Excellent. So, notice skills are superheroes. All of them can use a sword. All of them can use an arrow. All of them are strong guys, okay? So we can exchange each other because we are specialized, yes, but at the same time we can do everything. This is all like, senior masters. No, no, no. We don't say it's the same capabilities. Everybody specializes in area, but he knows how to cover others. So I'm a coder, for example, but I know how to do design. If he, I'm a coder. At the end of the day, I'm a coder. I'm the best coder in the room. But anything wrong happen, I can do the design. I can do SQL. I can do the connection to the network. I can do all of the Cisco work. So yeah, I'm a coder, but I can do other things. So we can help each other. But I'm a coder at the end of the day. Yeah. So, setting skills here, I would say is good to use when we have the traditional project management, the set of skills and how to assign skills and responsibilities. But here, we don't have much RASI, setting responsibility, accountability, consulting, and informing these metrics. Not that much here, because here we can do, not similar work, but supporting each other because we understand each other. So we have the team charter and also we have conflict management. So we have team and we have conflict management, how to manage conflict. The last one, which is the teamwork life cycle, and quite important to understand the life cycle of the team. So in the beginning, you don't talk because you are shy, and then you talk. After that, you fight, and then you do, and so we need to understand this because if we understand the dynamics across the life cycle of the team life, we can decide how to help them. So let's start one by one. First, we need in the beginning of the project to ensure that people emotionally okay and they have positive attitudes towards themselves as much as we can. So sometimes we go for team building activities, like what? Playing football. So it is completely out of the business, completely out of the tension of the business, but give a space for having any kind of team working activities so you know the personality of your team member before you join them in the war. Sometimes we have games, okay? It seems it's silly to have games, I understand, but it's good for critical and crucial projects which you you cannot enforce anybody to leave the team because of the sensitivity of information. So when you have a project like that, I would say it is better to put them in a fake project before so they know each other. You can see the harmony between the team before you involve them in the serious and having information, sensitive information, because at the end of the day you don't want anybody to leave. So sometimes you go for team building activities. This is to ensure that people with diverse collection of backgrounds, abilities, needs, and interests are okay with each other. Maybe they are clever. By the way, they are superheroes. So some of them could be arrogant. So this is a problem. And as Masri said, maybe because I know everything, I'm clever in one thing, but I know everything. This can create tensions. So I need to ensure that these people have team working skills and they are have the capacity to do the work. Yes, Safa. Okay, for agile project management, you know your people because they are superheroes. But in traditional project management, we go through a process. So maybe your question fit more when we talk to the traditional project management, because traditional project management, we set the competences, skills, knowledge, abilities, and then we look at our databases to see the closest match, and then we can give them training to ensure they have the right knowledge, skills, and abilities, KSA or KSPs, so these guys can join. If we do not have any person like that, we may give training before they join. If significantly, you know, gap between what we're looking for and what's available, in this case we can use this to write job description for advertising for a job. But that process is with waterfall, because waterfall, here you are mainly about competences, because you use I people, which people who are specialized in few things. But in agile, we have four guys who can finish the mission. So they are very difficult to recruit using traditional means. Usually we use headhunting here. You know, headhunting is just to find like a hero in another company who can do all of the jerks, and then we hunt this person. Yeah. By the way, the word part time here, it is not for agile, because this slide comes from waterfall project management. So we don't have part time members in agile. This slide just come from waterfall project management. So, as Safa said, maybe the guys have conflict, and that is why we need to ensure that they love each other, accept each other. Otherwise, you can see backbiting, can see dirty tricks, you can see grip sessions where management does all talking or project manager lays down the law, frustration, grumbling, poor productivity, bullying. By the way, bullying is not that I'm telling you you are a stupid guy. This is not bullying. Bullying has a lot of other faces. Bullying can be like stop sending you the right information. Bullying by belittling you and discouraging you. Bullying can be not engaging with you, not interacting with you. Even when I say to you, hi, good morning, you don't reply back. This is sort of bullying. So, all of this comes because we don't have the appropriate team building activities. Lack of trust at the end of the project manager, the whole thing. People lose trust because they don't believe in each other. These problems, I would say, more obvious in waterfall, and this is slide, to be honest, is from waterfall, not from agile. We rely only on few people, 3 to 9. In traditional project management, we have a team of like 30 or 40, a completely different story. In waterfall, because we can set clear specialities and the clear core of competencies, we can hire people because we can see, we know the requirement, we know what we are building, so we recruit the right people at the right time. That's it. But here in Agile is completely different. You have 3 to 9 people who can complete the task for you. Makes sense? Yes, still alive. Yeah, excellent. So, team development, top man ladder. Any team goes through 5 stages. This is very important for the exam. Okay, have a card, write it on any kind of things before you go to the exam. It's quite, I don't know, it's not really significant in real life, but significant in PMP exam. A Stockman leader is about how team engage across different stages. So it is funny example, okay? You are going in dating a nice lady. She's a beautiful lady and you are going to date her. So in the first dating, dating when you know somebody, in the first dating meeting, project manager don't know dating, by the way. Don't have time for this. So in dating, usually you sit on the table, she sits in front of you, both of you don't talk. Because you have, like, if you talk, she may not love you, and if she says something wrong, you may, be obsessed. So literally in the first meeting, nobody's talking. This is what we call forming stage. So in forming stage, you, all of the team members don't talk, but you try to see the other party, how they engage, how they interact. You try to talk, maybe speaking very little, just to test the water. So in the forming, team meets and learn about the project, their former roles, responsibilities, and usually they don't know each other. Then they start to talk. Oh my God. Once they start talking in the second, third, fourth, fifth meetings, start talk, and here the storming comes. Storming here, it means we have different point of views. Is it good or bad? It's good to have different point of views because this is the source of innovation. This is the mother of productivity. It is good to have differences in your views. And the storming is quite important to me, manage it carefully by the servant leader. Then we go for norming over the time. So here, nobody is talking. There, both are talking and fighting. Over the time, the values are set, which means the correct is correct, the incorrect is incorrect for everybody. This is norming. Here, what's happened is everybody has his own, like, though I have my different views, you have your different views. In storming, we are fighting, but in norming, we try to have some level of acceptance and some level of being similar to each other. This is different from performing. Performing, we are similar and we do not fight, plus we understand each other's by eyes. So I feel Ayan wants this. I feel El Masri wants this without talking, without anything. This is the highest level of productivity. And then, as normal human being, adjourning, which means the whole thing should be closed. So forming, less talk, less conflict. Forming, you recognize each other. In storming, you fight for the power, you fight for your point of view. In norming, the power is already structured, so my wife is always right, I'm always wrong, I'm always saying sorry. So this is norming, you know. Yes, Safa clapping for me. Yeah, so this is norming stage. So I always say sorry before any kind of debate. So I'm sorry. Okay, so that's why I can move to the next stage, which is performing. So no conflict every day, no argument every day, no debate every day, and this is life a journey at the end. Make sense? The key in exam is to know what is the stage. The key in life is to know what you should do as a leader. So, forming, you should push people to talk. In storming, you should manage the stress and the fight, otherwise, it will collapse. In norming, you need to ensure the right values are configured because maybe because of the storming, wrong values are configured in the place. In performing, you need to ensure that they are doing the right thing and the right direction because sometimes in real life, performing is not good because they may collude against the organization. So you need to ensure the performing is on the right direction. And adjourning, this is the nature of life. So we have forming, storming, norming, performing, and then adjourning. Oh, that's quite weird. Yeah, so the first question, what do you think? So we know now it is performing. Okay, I know you saw this, but what is the key word from here? You know it is performing.
Begin to work together. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Once the current stage of team development ends, the next stage.
Yes. So they trust each other. So now it's norming. Yes, excellent. And this is next stage after trusting, after the norming is performing. Yes, and also begin to work together and adjust their work habits. All of these clues can help you to see they are performing. Excellent. Second one is storming. How do we know it is storming?
There's too many key points, right?
Mm-hmm. Like?
Okay, different perspectives. Everyone believe his point of view is right. So
Yeah, the different points of view.
Yes. Excellent. So this is all clues that we are storming. Super, super. So that is why to manage this we need to have the team charter. What is the team charter? Do you remember?
The agreement between the team members before you start the project.
Yeah, setting ground rules and managing team relationships.
Excellent, excellent. So team charter is like writing an agreement between the team members, what is accepted and what is not accepted. So the project charter is important to have so sure people understand each other. The project charter itself may not be enough for the team, definitely, but at least it helps us to have to clarify the norms and the values. What is accepted and what's not accepted? What are the values that all should believe in? Like something like transparency, honesty, trust, you know, put the team first, understand the customer needs. So customers comes first. So which one should come first? The customer should come first or the team should come first? Which value do you think is more useful or more important to have? Customer comes first or the team comes first?
Well, for the business, it's the customer. But then,
In Agile, I believe the team is the main because
So when you write this as a project, as a team charter, as agreement between us, do you think
Yeah,
we
it
should?
has to be the team. If you're talking about a team, it has to be the team that comes first.
The team is your internal customer.
Well, I suppose the idea comes from if it's agreement between you, if you and all your other team members agree on this stance, then it no longer becomes an issue. So if you all agree that regardless of what happens, the customer comes first, then yeah, then that should negate that issue within the team.
Definitely, it is nothing is absolute correct and absolute incorrect. The point is why the team is saying the customer comes first. You know, I haven't seen teams writing this. Usually, the teams writing the every one of us is part of us and this kind of social slogans. But I don't also think it is bad to write the customers first. Okay, so customer satisfaction versus transparency. Which one should come first? Transparency or customer satisfaction?
For I believe this project is to generate revenue, so the customer comes first.
Yes. So which one do you think comes first? Customer satisfaction or transparency with the customer?
I think you probably have to have transparency first, Gad, because personally, without that, I don't think you can get the customer satisfaction.
Are you sure?
Well, that's my personal view, but I'm happy to be overruled and
I'd
another one.
say you build on that as a transparency because, looking at the Agile, the product owner is there who you engage with to advise on the customer needs. They're saying it off, so you need to be transparent, or it doesn't align on their expectations when you deliver the product.
Yeah, I'd say I'd agree. I don't know how you could get the satisfaction without being transparent in an agile, because they're the ones that know the business and the product owner is working with you. So surely you'd need to be transparent with them in order to get the outcome that they'd be satisfied with in the first place.
Transparency first, customer satisfaction. That's quite interesting. So it is good that you see transparency leads to customer satisfaction, and that is in theory true, practically 95% true. But maybe we face a problem that transparency may make the client not happy, at least in the short term. Maybe in the long term they will be happier. So a lot of ethical cases could be presented here, but it is not the aim of this topic today. We will talk later about ethical project management. But the point is, it's quite important to have this kind of debate with your team before you start. It is good to ask them about this sometimes contradicting values: customer satisfaction versus team, customer transparency versus customer satisfaction. You know, um, the level of the level of trust you have in the team, the honesty and dishonesty. It is also good to talk about examples of what does it mean honesty, and examples what does it mean dishonesty, because honesty, everybody loves to be honest, everybody, you know. But when we see the real practice, we see a lot of probably dishonest from our views, but very honest from the other side views. So all of these kind of things, it is good to be clearly defined with examples that will make life easier later, so all of you are on the same page and no kind of misunderstanding or misexpectations from the other persons. By the way, in Agile here we talk about people who are going to live in a cave for a long time. Okay, we may need to have a project charter in waterfall, but not that important as Agile. Agile here we are putting these people in a war room for like 6 months or a year or maybe more than that. So we need to ensure they can live. I can tell you something very funny. It seems here useless, but I can believe it's very important. A value like tidy desks. Do you think it is important to have tidy desks part of the charter, the team charter? You know, tidy desks? Your desk should be tidy. Do you think it is important to have something like that part of the charter?
Yeah, because there's ways of working and culture. You're building how the team's going to interact.
Excellent, excellent. Because these people are going to live long together in the same room. I can tell you, I used to work with one of the big aerospace companies, and they have one of the charter never ever eat smelly food in the room because this affect us, you know. So kind of things seems silly, but quite important to avoid, you know, offending people, especially if you have multi-cultural environment and people have different opinion and different ways of doing the work. All of accepted and welcomed, but we need to make sure that these expectations are clear from the beginning. Yeah.
It's quite interesting because I work with a lot of brands in the creative space, and a lot of brainstorming, that kind of thing, and it's just the idea of having things all over the place to remind you to trigger certain ways of thinking is actually seen as a good thing. So it's very interesting to see the other side.
Yeah, but this also for creativity. If you are in marketing or whatever, chaotic means creativity. That's my point of view.
Again, it is good to have you know, this kind of shared beliefs from the first day, like dating and they are going to marry. So you tell her, look, my office is always dirty. If you're happy with this, we can marry. If you're not happy, we cannot go. You know, or I'm snoring when in the night. So these kind of things, you know, it is good to clarify from the beginning. Otherwise, you may be surprised when you go to the cave. You know, it seems silly, I know, but experiences told me a lot that having something like that, to be honest, you know, reduce kind of personal conflict. Because if somebody wants your desk to be tidy and you're messing up, somebody will be offended because of this, and we start up like escalating, and things become bigger and bigger over time. Yeah. So chartering process helps the team learn how to work together, coalesce around the project, and this is quite important to ensure that we love this, we don't love this. We are not allowing anybody to have like fish food inside the room, or if you wanted to eat, you need to bring food for everybody, or you know, you should avoid any kind of smelly food or whatever, or hot food, or this kind of things. When you talk to the phone, you have to go out, like this kind of things should be clearly stated. It seems very silly, I understand, but trust me, it's quite useful and important to have, especially if you work with people you haven't worked before.
So I'm going. Will you like print it out and have it somewhere, or is it just for people to
Yes,
keep?
sign. Yes, we have
Would it
to
be
have
like a
this.
version on the door, or you know, like there's not a physical copy in the room or whatever?
It is a document everybody has to sign before we start. So sometimes we run a workshop about what you love and what you don't love, what you want to see and what we don't to see, and then we have these lists together. We have all of us as a team, self-organized team, and then all of us understand the others, and then all of us write this in a list, and then all of us sign this. Yeah, it's good like a building activity. Yeah, code of conduct. Yes, yes. It is a team building activity because from here we can see that we can work together or not. Very early we can decide we can be on the same room or not, because you are going to put these people in a cave, okay? So you need to ensure they can, you know, from my experience, I know some people always raise the voice all of the time. You know, this makes me crazy. You know, somebody like me, very easy to be distracted. High, and some people want to turn on the music in the room. So is it something allowed or not? Some offices allowed, everybody has their own music. Some offices say no, no music at all. Again, It is all should be agreed on. Which type of music? If music, okay. I love, for example, Metallica. Somebody love Backstreet Boys. So again, working in the same room can have certain like conditions and requirements you need to ensure that you fulfill. Otherwise, you can easily trigger it and challenge it.
Yeah, but there is a concept I read about it. It's psychological concept. It says that if you stay with someone like for 1 month or so, you will get angry of his actions or of his. This is, so how they manage such thing.
Yeah, because one person all of the time, but indeed we should be like 7 person and everybody go back home. So it's not all of the life. We like 5 p.m. we go back home and then come back. So definitely we can have some personal conflict, and that's why we try to minimize space for personal conflicts. Yeah, excellent. So a project charter answers this question: why are we doing this project? This is quite important from the beginning that we know why we are here. By the way, you are going to empower these people a lot, and because they are empowered, they have a lot of power, which can lead to abusing the power. And you trust them. You should build the trust, because you trust them is very different from building trust. You trust them, they don't trust you. You trust them, but they are not worthy for trust. You trust them, but they don't care. You trust them, but they are not committed. So not because you trust them, they trust you, they believe in you, they are committed. No, it's different meanings and emotions. Okay, so you need to ensure that they believe in the project and they are psychologically committed. If somebody from the beginning say this project is useless, kick him out. It does not make sense to have him in the room. You know, you don't convince him. It does not make sense. If he is not believing what he's doing, trust me, it's not good to have him. Yeah. Who benefit and how? This can help us to have the project vision and the project purpose. From the beginning, we should be engaged in this kind of exercise. What does done mean for the project? This is quite important. We will talk about it next session a lot. The definition of done. Because we are different. Sometimes for me, I consider this is finished, but for you, this is not finished. And in software, this is quite common. Somebody has the software, but he didn't write the documentation for the code. Somebody is looking for the code. Somebody is looking for the quality of writing the documentation of the code. So how we define done is quite important to avoid kind of perception of careless. Because if I believe done is like this and you do done not like this, it means you are careless, and for me I'm over sophisticated person. So we need from the beginning to define what does it mean the word done. When you say done, what does it mean for everybody? Okay, this creates expectations and avoid any possible kind of conflicts. How we are going to work together. So how the work arrangement should be. So all of this can help us to have a coherent team. So who should facilitate? Servant leader. But who is going to write this? Whole the team. So facilitator is a coach, the agile coach. But at the end of the day, you need the team to write this by their hands to believe in it. So sometimes we go for something called a team chartering process. By the way, team charter is quite popular to see in the exam, because a lot of conflict in the team comes because we don't have charter. So when you see them fighting all of the time, when you see them misunderstanding each other, when you see them have poor communication, when you see them like have personal conflict and personal challenges, when you see them do a lot of unexpected work to each other, all of this because we don't have appropriate team charter. Yeah, makes sense. Yes.
Yep.
So good to have ground rules. Good to have ground rules here. So ground rules are important to be written. Team values such as sustainable pace, core hours. So we are working from 9 to 5. May I ask you a silly question? Is it allowed to your boss to call you after working hours?
Unless you're happy for that to happen, not really.
In the job description, yes. If not, then no.
In the job description. Yeah.
It depends on the culture. I believe it's not about the rules here. You cannot say that I can call you after working hours and make it a rule, but it depends on the culture itself.
Yeah, and that is why it is good to write down in the beginning in the charter. So it seems silly again, but it is good to write that, look, guys, your mobile should be with you all of the time. I contact you anytime. Or, guys, look, from 9 to 4, please switch off your mobile after 4. I'm not going to reply. Actually, I'm not going to take my mobile with you at home. The work mobile will be in the work, home mobile will be at home. I'm not going to use home mobile at work. I'm not going to use mobile work at home. They are completely separated. So it is good to define that from the beginning. Working agreement such as what ready means, what done means. So when you hand something, when I receive something, what does it mean the word ready for us? What does it mean the word done for us? Because this is always areas of intentions between people. Team can judge completeness, consistency, respecting the time box. So we need to define all of this, how to define completeness of the work. Servant leader should help here, but don't forget, this is team social contract, how the team member interact. That's why they should be involved to write this. The last bit today. Okay, guys, for extra 20 minutes, 10 minutes.
Okay.
Excellent, excellent. I know Steve today is just, tomorrow is a weekend. Sorry, Steve. Okay, Steve, to continue?
Yes, absolutely fine. No, good, thank you.
Excellent, excellent. So, conflict management, we have different options how to solve the conflict. Starting from down to top, in brief. Let me give you a funny example, okay? Funny examples usually work better. Your son is fighting with your daughter. Your son wants to watch football. Your daughter wants to watch cartoon. Make sense? They are fighting, crying, come to you. So you should solve this problem. The first is, I don't care. Kill each other. It's not my business. Whoever is stronger can win. I don't care. So here I withdraw, I avoid. And this is catastrophic because they may kill each other. Okay, Safa, that's fine, that's fine. Okay, withdraw, avoid. Second, which is also, I would say, stressful, enforce. So turn on cartoon. That's it, done. If I love my daughter than my son, or it is football, it's done. This is what we call force. So one person win, one person lose. So this, I would say, not the best. But here something really cool. We have collaborate, we have smooth, and we have compromise. So let's go for compromise. Compromise is what? So you know what? We can split the screen. Half of the screen football, half of the screen cartoon. So you are not watching the whole screen football, and you are not going to see whole screen cartoon. But we compromise, so you lose something, you lose something. You win something, you win something. Yeah? This is what we call compromise or reconcile. So compromise here is a temporary or partial resolution based on some satisfaction. Collaborate, problem solving, I would say this is clever because we have a good idea. We are not going to watch cartoon. We are not going to watch football. We are going to watch something completely different, a movie. And I know both of you love the movie. So I put down here a new idea not on the table. Hopefully, by having the new idea not on the table, everybody be happy. Make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah? So we now know collaborate, compromise, force, and withdraw. So the first one is collaborate. This is win-win situation, cooperation, and openness. This is the best. Everybody here is happy. Let's go for the second level, which is compromise, middle way, both parts, temporary, partial resolution, but not everybody get what you want. The third one, which is smooth. Smooth here, I'm trying as much as I can to achieve harmony, at least for time being. So what I'm trying to see here, I'm trying to not solve the problem. I'm not going to solve the problem. I'm going maybe to give some chocolate to my son to be okay and keep the TV for my daughter. So what I'm doing is a very similar to force, but I'm trying to accommodate. But this is not good because over the long term, your son after eating the chocolate will come and punch you. Okay, so you try to make things okay now, you try to make somebody happy with words, with emotions, with something like that, but it is not sustainable solution. So here you try as much as you can to get harmony, at least for the time being. So this is when you see in the exam, usually all of the solutions are temporary to make the pain, like pain relief for a while, but you still, everything is there, the pain is there, but you have pain relief for a while. Okay, you indeed very close to this one. Sorry, you're very close to this one. You are postponing but using anesthesia or using painkillers. So what you are doing here, just make things like, he's okay, she's okay, but I would say still the fire under the mud. It will explode anytime. So I'm not solving the problem. I'm just postponing the fight. Okay, so smooth, accommodate, which is time being. Areas of differences unresolved, just a temporary relief. Yeah,
Okay.
super. Force, win, lose. So it is just cartoon for my daughter, or it is just football for my son. One party win, the other lose. And which is the worst one, do nothing, just do nothing, just escape away and run away, do nothing. Make sense? Yeah, so let's go for the questions. Here we go.
D.
D, forcing. D, forcing?
D.
Yeah.
Yeah, D, forcing. Yes, well done. So you force one solution over the other. Excellent.
A.
A,
Oh, no. No. C.
C,
Say D.
D. So the first team member explained his point of view, and the second member said, I'm sure you will like this idea, so let's go with it. So,
Actually, yeah. D makes
D.
more sense. Yeah, you're withdrawing. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you're not managing the conflict.
Yeah, so you just escape because you didn't offer anything. You just escaped from that problem. Excellent.
B.
So A, compromising.
I'd say A.
Compromising.
Compromising is not a win-win situation. I believe it should be B.
I think it's B because you've got the term there, long-term solution.
Yeah, and win-win solution. Yeah. So B, yes. Problem solving is B, yes. Because win-win.
Yeah.
C.
C.
He's trying to he's trying to compromise and say, well, if you don't hit me with the penalty, I'll give you as much as I can.
So the answer is oh,
C,
C.
yes,
Yeah,
correct.
well done. The last question. Or the last page.
And
Smoothing.
D.
D.
no, it's a problem solving again.
Problem solving
I'd
again.
say C. I'd say C. Yeah.
C.
You're trying to reach for a win-win solution.
Yeah.
Win-win situation done. D.
Yeah, D.
Yeah. D. Forcing.
Sorry, which way round is it? Because otherwise it's A.
Although I was going to say, yeah, if you've given up
A,
your
isn't it?
plan date, then you've withdrawn.
Yeah.
You have given up your planned date. So you given up. So it means you. Oh. No,
No,
it's,
smoothing.
no, I don't think it's smoothing.
There was harmony in.
Yeah, harmony. That was it.
Maintain harmony and the relationship.
See, because you maintain harmony and relationship, so you are literally. It is very close to smooth. It's withdrawal. Smoothing, the problem is you didn't solve the problem, but just to make them okay. So you try to make who is okay, senior management just okay. So you just postpone the war. Withdraw, the difference between withdraw and smoothing, withdraw is completely neglect the whole thing, but with smoothing, you don't do anything also, but what you are doing is just postponing the war other time. Excellent. Oh, finished. Super, super. We're on time, I think, because I just joined the other room. So usually guys use the link on the system, okay? So lecture 6, so lecture 6 is done. Okay.
Happy weekend.
Sorry, Mr. Amjad. Can I ask you some question before finishing?
Yes, go ahead please.
Could you send me the PDF of this, I can't find it in the platform.
Yeah, because I write it in a text in the video, so you can see the video. Under the video, you can see the text. Everything is written in the text.
That's great. That's great.
Yes.
And could you add me in the group that you have already
I
created?
already sent. I already sent this to the group. So check your email from Kent Business College, not from IBIS Consultancy. From Kent Business College email, kentbusinesscollege.org. You receive an email with username and password.
No, about the group in the WhatsApp.
The WhatsApp group, yes, yes. So WhatsApp group, guys, anyone interested in WhatsApp group, please send me your phone number, okay, and I will add you. So I think all of you have my number because I think I called all of you. So just send me that you want to be in the group. We have PCP group, Project Control Professional group. This is guys for apprenticeship, and also we can have another group for bootcamp. So if we want to mix up, just let me know so I can mix up.
Sounds good. Okay. Could you add me both of them?
Yes, yes, yes. I will add you. Yes, I will add you. Add Ian. I add also Ellie. Yeah.
Amgad, I have to say a massive thank you because the interview that I had last Tuesday before the course, I've got a second interview.
Excellent.
Next Tuesday.
Excellent. Excellent.
And it's all because of everything that you told us.
Super.
And all of the slides we've just gone through are one of the presentations that I have to put together for next Tuesday. So it's just perfect.
Excellent. Very happy to know that. Super, super, super. Super, super. I'm very happy with this great news. Excellent, excellent.
It's a lovely session today. Lovely class today.
Thank you so much. And next week, next session will be the last one on Agile. So it will be called the troubleshooting Agile. A lot of case studies. So please study these two sessions before the next one. It will be like all these case studies, mostly case studies, and like troubleshooting. This problem happened. What shall I do? This problem happened. What shall I do? Because in the exam, a lot of case studies on Agile. Why Agile fail? So it is good to practice this kind of things before we move to waterfall one.
Good stuff.
Yep. Super, super. Thank you so much, guys, and enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks everyone. Have a good weekend.
You too.
Okay, guys. Cheers, and guys.
Thanks.
Bye.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye bye.